Today we have just a super quick presentation. It won't take hardly any time. Since we've talked about gas exchange or respiration in humans, we're now going to talk about it in plants. So that can be your title, gas exchange in plants. So here is a recap, and you need to know this. What gases do plants need? Most of us probably already know they need CO2 for photosynthesis. Remember, that's to take sunlight and produce sugar. But in order to get energy from that sugar, they have to do cellular respiration. So cellular respiration is breaking down that sugar in order to get energy. It's kind of funny because they need to make the sugar first, but then they break it down. So it seems a little backwards. But remember, for cellular respiration, we need oxygen. And so plants need oxygen as well. So plants need both carbon dioxide and oxygen. They need more CO2 than oxygen. So typically we think of them as taking in CO2. So then the big question is, how do those gases get into plants? We've already talked about one way that oxygen and carbon dioxide gases can get into plants, and that is through the stomata that's in the leaf. But if you've ever looked up close on a branch, you've probably seen that it has these little speckles. These are called lenticels, and they're little tiny openings in the stem. So parts of stems can actually do photosynthesis, and they can do cellular respiration as well. So by having openings in the branches or in the stem, that oxygen and CO2 is able to get in and doesn't have to travel as fast or as far. So lenticels, openings in the stem; stomata, openings in the leaf. Remember we talked about stomata with guard cells? So that's what we're going to talk about on the next page. So with the stomata, right, these guard cells are in the leaf, right? And so what these guard cells do is they expand and they fill with water. And when they fill with water, they get really, really big, and it causes this opening to form. And then imagine if we want it to close, perhaps during the day when it's really sunny out, we don't want to lose water, right? We are going to have those guard cells release the water, and they're going to kind of flatten. So these guard cells are in charge of opening and closing the gases in it, or opening and closing the openings in the leaf to allow gases in and out. Now, one reason why we might not want guard cells open is because water can escape. Anytime they're open, water can evaporate. And we know plants need to conserve water. So if we think about this, plants have different adaptations. We talked a little bit about this in our previous, in our plant unit. Let's think about the rainforest. In terms of guard cells, in the rainforest, there's lots of rain. So would it have lots of guard cells or few guard cells? Well, normally, we wouldn't want 1,000,000 guard cells because it would let water out. Okay, water would evaporate. But because water is plentiful, it doesn't really matter. So probably in the rainforest, it would have a lot of guard cells. Because it would be able to get in a lot of oxygen and CO2 without having a lot of water evaporate, because it's not very dry, it's humid, so water is not going to evaporate very quickly. It also rains, and the ground is pretty moist, so it's able to get lots of water no matter what. And what about in the desert? Well, in the desert, it's really dry, so we would probably have plants that have fewer guard cells. Because they don't want to risk opening a whole bunch of guard cells and having all of that water escape. So to recap, plants need oxygen, they need CO2, they get it through little tiny openings, and the number of openings depends on what type of environment they live in.